Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? Well, as you can tell from the title, I am going to be unboxing, but I'm not really unboxing, a Tory Burch purchase. But the reason that I was able to purchase it is I got for a gift from my bosses at work. And I know this is like, isn't that the most awesome? And yes, it is. That I have bosses that do stuff like this. But now I can't remember if it was my birthday or admin day. But anyway, we got a very nice Amazon card. Now here's what you get when you shop on Amazon that you have to remember. And that is, if you buy a handbag, my experience has been, this is just me, this is my experience. Matter of fact, comment below if you've experienced something different when you bought a handbag on Amazon. So, obviously, it took so much off the bag that I paid very little, like less than $100 for this. So I put their money with my money. And, like I said, it didn't take much. The thing is literally when I opened the Amazon box, there was like a cushion thing, you know, like a airbag cushion thing. And then a piece of tissue, like the heavy kind of tissue paper, which fell off when I opened it and revealed this. This is as much packaged as this was. This is a limited edition. I think it's called the LA bag, but it's like a tote. And the limited edition is the colorway. This part's leather, but this part's nylon and has this beautiful pattern, which is very kind of spring, summer. I don't know, really could go year round. So it's just a fantastic little tote. So what I thought I'd do is unbox it, but it came unboxed. So I'm going to undo it. How about that? So I'm just going to take off these handle pieces, which should also be in leather. I don't know if it's leather or faux leather, y'all. It may be a polyurethane leather, which is a combo, which is my understanding. But this was the last one they had of this item, and which was pretty cool. See, this is just to keep the two handles apart. Whoops. And then the Tory Burch. And of course, once you cut that, you own it. Suggested retail on this was $228, so $228, and it is called the Ella, I thought it was, printed tote, and this is the black tea rose. And so I always keep the tag in whatever inner pocket there is, so I'm hoping there's at least one inner pocket. I would doubt it would be zippered. I can't remember. So if I can just cut that off, there it goes. And here's some more packaging. This was packaging, it looks like, just to keep, I'm keeping, what I'm doing here is just cutting this off. And I think you almost barely have to get this started, so you could almost rip it off, which I think is the whole point of this as a sustainable. This is very rippable and can just come apart. Okay, so there's the handles. You have like a little T-strap. And this is, it's a black nylon tea rose, but the leather is like a black navy. It's got a blue tone to this black. I don't know, can y'all tell that? It's so shimmery that when I put it to the camera, so let me put it back so you can see the size that's in my head. So this is a good size little tote. And on the bottom, it does not have the feet, but it has a nice flat piece of the leather. And let's just pull out these pieces, and I will keep these to store it. So let me put this back there. Just these two pieces. And what this is like a hard, like a cardboard with tissue paper around it. And then a cushion in between, and I think that's all I need to. Oh, well, I might keep this too. This is the bottom piece that kind of keeps shape as well. And actually, I actually think this is supposed to stay in the bottom. But I may keep the tissue paper on it. This is the little plastic card piece that goes on the bottom, and I think I will keep that and leave the tissue paper on it. So, what's inside? Hold on, there's a little... What is that? Okay. That's just where, okay, that's where it can expand so you can unbutton. And people say, why do they even do those buttons? Because some people prefer a more pinched shape look. Can you see? And it does give you the pinch shape look. And it does help keep, this also protects the corners. It does help keep the shape of the bag to have the snaps. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Y'all look. It's a pull apart magnet. So that's nice. So this would be great for an overnight bag if you're just like going to spend the night with a girlfriend or something. So it's got, what's it got inside? Let me show you. I just knocked something off. Oh, that was the hard piece bottom. There's a little plastic piece that you can keep on the bottom to keep it flatter. Okay, so inside you have this big pocket right here. This is not a zipper pocket, but it is lined with the leather. It's pretty deep, so you can put all kinds of things, car keys and phone right in there if you wanted to. Oops. Well, please tell me I didn't just mess up my nails. I put some, on top of my nails, y'all, I put this, lacquer, which has turned out to be really great. I don't know if y'all can see what a pretty color that is. That is the Morgan Taylor Paparazzi Posse. Or Posy? Posy. And it's like a flamingo pink, which I love, but it's matte dry down, which I hate. So I put over it this Static Nails nail lacquer in Jelly Bomber. And it's almost like a gel nail that you put over it. And it's really, the only thing is you have to wait a while for it to dry. And when it dries, it hardens really hard. Because it's helping my nails grow out, y'all. That's the longest they've been since I've been without the nail salon nails. Which I stopped doing because I had an allergic response to the glue in the SNS nails. Okay, so also in here, I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me undo this a little so you can see in it a little better. Can you see that? Inside, it's got a very nice zipper, so that's where I'll put the tag, and it says Tory Burch on there. So it's just a little nice touch. Again, it is magnetized. I, being a little overweight, that actually fits really good over my arm, and it fits at a perfect place, really, just to throw around on a weekend. I mean, you could use this as your tote for the weekend. It's not cushioned. It is a thick nylon, so it's kind of cushy, if you will. But if you were going to put a laptop in the bag, I would put it in a laptop sleeve. And again, this is very pliable on the bottom, so I am going to definitely put this back in. I'm going to put the plastic piece, and it's wrapped in a piece of tissue. But I'm going to leave it in the piece of tissue. I think that's nice. So let's just put it back down in the bottom. And all that does is just help keep that flat shape, you know. One of the things you can do if you really want, again, keeping it snapped helps keep the shape. Of course, it gives you less room. But depending on what you want to use it for, if you're going to use this for almost like just, you know, carrying some stuff around on the weekends or going to an overnight or whatever. I mean, not an overnight, a laptop bag. Again, I would use a laptop cushion sleeve, or either just be very gentle with it. I mean, it's cushioned enough, but it wouldn't take shock. So just know that, like some briefcases have a piece running through the bottom of almost like a sponge, like hard sponge, so it can take shock if you sit it down. But this, I would say the best use of this, I think what I'm going to use this for is an overnight bag. When I do something with my girlfriends, the Better Than Therapy girlfriends that we're going to be going away. I don't know. This year we're going to Asheville. We've never done something that kind of far away and fancy, and I may need more outfits and shoes. So maybe this just be an added piece that I take with my small luggage. But in that case, I would definitely unbutton it and so that it could hold more. But I may put an organizer down in this, like a lot of people say the Smorga organizer, which I have not tried, but I have to tell you, I've tried the Clover Sack, and I love the Clover Sack organizers. And one of them is made for the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, and that's what I'm going to put in this, because I think that would be the perfect organizer for this large bag. So anyway, again, that's it. This is the back side, or however you can make this. The front side has the tea roses. And I love the brightness of the royal, that y'all know this is one of my favorite color blues. And then this kind of orangey red. It's really more of an orange than a red, I think. And then the white causes such a good contrast. And the green is an emerald green and an evergreen mix. So it's really, really pretty. All the little pieces. I think it's very well made. It's reinforced, very well reinforced where it needs to be, right at the handles. There did not come with it that I can tell. It did not come with, nor does it have an over-the-shoulder strap, which I don't think that's the style of this. This is to be worn. There's enough space here to put it over your arm if you want to do it that way, but more than likely I would carry it as a tote by hand, like that is how I would use it. So here's the look again. And here's the bottom again. It's kind of a soft flat bottom, and really I think what's making that a really decent flat bottom is that little hard piece of plastic. It's like a, not plastic, probably like a, yeah, I guess it's like a piece of plastic that's rounded off nicely, and then they wrapped it in tissue paper, which, like I said, I'm going to leave tissue paper on it just because it'll make it less slippery on the bottom when you're putting things in here, unless you want that effect. So that's it. Again, it was a really, really nice gift from the folks that I work with. If I remember correctly, the Amazon card, I think they took up contributions among them and got Amazon cards for all 4 of us, which that was very sweet and very generous. And I just, everything about a company, they're always generous. They're generous to their employees, and they're generous to their communities and their franchisee store owners, and doing scholarships for the team members, and all kinds of social projects in the cities, and then of course the operators themselves in their own cities do the same thing. So it's a great organization. But anyway, isn't that a nice present? I feel like it's so nice, so I wanted to share it with you guys, and I hope you're having a good day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.